ソード8へようこそ。エピソード8へようこそ。今日もまた時間の話。
OK! エピソード8へようこそ。今日もまた時間の話です。This was crazy. Okay. Welcome to episode number 8. Today we will talk again about the time. Why? It is very important to know how to tell the time and to understand the time. Because, as you know, the Germans are really punctual. And for example, you arrange a meeting at 12 o'clock. You meet a friend for a coffee, you have a business meeting. If you arrive at 12.3 or 4, people will do this when you arrive. And they ask, where have you been? So if you come too late, 2-3 minutes, you can lose a friend or you can lose a job. So it's important. Let's dip into the exercise. In German, you have 3 options to ask for the time. This is the informal way. So you meet someone or you want on the street, you want to ask for the time. You say, Entschuldigung. Wie viel Uhr ist es? It's one option. What time is it? Wie spät ist es? How late is it? It's also an option. And the third, not so common option, but it is possible to say, wie viel Uhr haben wir? How much time do we have? Sorry, my mistake. Uhr means watch, literally. So, what is wrong? It's C. Wie viel Zeit ist es? In German, you don't say it like in English. In English, you say what time is it? Not in the German language. You use Uhr. It means watch. So you ask, how much watch is it? So every time you want to ask for the time, you use Uhr. If it's about duration, you use time, but you want the exact time, so you say Uhr. The wrong answer is C. Question number 2. This is the formal way how you can ask for the time. Entschuldigung. Können Sie mir sagen, wie spät es ist? Wie spät ist es? Wie viel Uhr? Wann die Zeit ist? Like I told you before, in the first question, you don't use the word Zeit when you ask about the time. So D is not possible. Wie viel Uhr? A verb is missing. So wie viel Uhr? How much time is it? So here you don't have the verb. It's not possible. Is it A or B? Wie spät ist es? This was an answer in the first question. It is possible to use it if you say this sentence as a main clause. Wie spät ist it? How late is it? What time is it? But here, as you can see, we have a subclause. So the main clause, and we have a subclause. When you have a subclause in the German language, the verb is coming to the end. Können Sie mir sagen, wie spät es ist? The verb at the end, because it's a subclause. A is the right answer. But if you just say, wie spät ist es? It's correct. But here, A is the right answer. The third question. The informal way. It's a repetition of the first of my episode number 7. So if you watched episode number 7, you know the right answer. Es ist. How do you tell the time in an informal way? Fast 12. Es ist 12:04 Uhr. Gleich 12. Kurz nach 12. Kurz vor 12. Fast 12, Nein. It's almost 12. Gleich 12? Nein. Auch nicht. Es ist 12:04 Uhr. This would be correct if I want to tell the time in a formal way. It is 12, Entschuldigung, es ist 12:04 Uhr. The formal way, you say the hour and then the minutes. Perfect. But here I want to tell the time in the informal way. So you say kurz nach 12. It means shortly after 12. And it is. It's shortly after 12. Kurz nach 12. It's not very precise, but you tell the time in the informal way. Badabadum. The formal way. Es ist. Es ist zu spät. Es ist 12:04 Uhr. Es ist 11:04. Es ist kurz nach Mittag. If it's too late, you say ja. Es ist zu spät. 11:04. Every time you have nach, vor, you know it is the informal way. So this would be correct in the formal way. Kurz nach Mittag, right after afternoon, shortly after afternoon. It's also correct, but it's not formal. So, like I told you before, you say the hours and then the minutes. Es ist 12:04 Uhr. B is correct. Wann essen wir? This is something I always ask my mother when she cooked. When do we eat? Wann essen wir? And you want to say 2:15. It is informal, so I want to have an informal answer. I told you in the last episode, if you use the informal way, you don't use those numbers. You use the numbers between 1 and 12, not the 24 hours format. So informal, if you want to tell the time in an informal way, you don't use 14. So, is it 2:45 or 2:45? It is A. It means like 2:15. 2:45. The informal way. And the last question. Wann hast du Spieleabend, Bierabend, Feierabend, Sportabend? What are those for answers? What is this for an answer? In Germany, if you finish work, you don't need to do anything more for this day. We have a special word for this. We say it's the evening of celebration, because German people celebrate every time after work. Yeah, as hard as they can. And that's why, what could it be? Spiel, it means game. So a game evening, no. Bier, when you live in Germany, I think you already tried a beer. It's the same like in English, beer. Something to drink. Sportabend, the evening for the sport. Yeah, hopefully you do sport after work, but it's not the idiom. We say Feierabend, celebration evening. So, for example, you could ask your colleague or your friend, wann hast du Feierabend? It means when do you finish your work. So, C is correct. Feierabend. Tada! Ich wünsche dir einen schönen Feierabend. Yeah, now it's Feierabend. I finish this lesson. So, schönen Feierabend. Bye bye.